Chapter 16. Okay, they're back in the room, right? They're back in the room, with the pods. And I have a question. Compared to your room, which room is better? Petra's or your room? I mean, almost, of course, your room, unless your room is worse than Petra's, and oh, I'm very sorry. My room, much better than Petra's. It has a good desk, big bed, light, a light, a clock, and a cabinet for clothes. It's a very, very good, spacious room, and it even has its own bathroom, and it's pretty cool. But the one problem with it is that it's separated so far from the other rooms. So, if I had to go from one room to the other, I would have to walk a lot. So basically, let's say if there were two rooms together, you could just go through them quickly, right? Our house is there's a hallway. All the rooms are clustered over here, and there's one right over here. That's where I sleep. So a little lonely there, but still, it's pretty big, and it's nice because you can also have a good view through the windows. Now, weren't you surprised that Zeta 4, or now soon going to be Feathers, sort of still remembered memories from Earth, at least in her dreams? And I have a question. Why do you think that she remembers this in her dreams? Or do you think that she remembered this all along? Well, she doesn't seem to really remember it, because as we keep on going through the chapter, right? But still, I think that her brain, when she's asleep, her brain processes memories. Her brain processes lots of things. It keeps on working throughout the night. And maybe there was some type of memory. Now, I have a question. Do you think that the Zetas are programmed to have dreams? No. At least the Chancellor would try to prevent it. It's a normal thing that the body has to do. And if the Chancellor is at least a little bit smart, she would know this. But science, health, mathematics, whatever, maybe it changed. Maybe we could make different stuff. For example, those cogs. They just teach you while you're asleep, which would be just so awesome. That means that I could do everything else, right? I could do everything else, no problem at all. Even though I think that, teachers teach better than, cogs. I think that it would do that. Because, teachers, there's interactive, that's better. I like to ask strange, weird questions. And with a cog, you can't really do that. It's not interactive, it's programmed. And you can't ask questions because, you're asleep and it's programmed, so it's sort of like a robot. And what if it might be bad for the brain? Do you think that the cog is realistic? Or do you think it's just a made up thing, it's this is science fiction, it's never gonna happen? I have a question. Do you think that most of the sci-fi things here are ever going to be achieved? At least, let's say, by the time your grandkids, and I know some people are going to be like, I am not going to have grandkids. Kids are just so annoying. Well, for those people, you are actually pretty smart. Even I can see. I can see myself. I can analyze other kids' actions. I can analyze my actions. Here's the proof. Kids, that you have to buy a billion things for them. First, they're I want a toy. Second, they're like, oh, he gave me a toy. Time for me to get, I don't know, toy mania. And then he'll ask for an Apple computer. And then he'll ask for like a desk. And then he'll ask for like, can I get like a great chair? And then he's gonna ask for a drone. And after that, he's gonna ask for like a TV and then some like a channel like Disney Plus or for see on TV. And then he's gonna ask for books. And then he's gonna ask for like I don't know like a whole random useless smartwatch. Of course, if I was a dedicated parent, then of course I was like, of course. But I'm not a dedicated parent, and I'm also not ready for parenting. And also, here's the thing, I really want to go to Hawaii someday. And kids, 75% of your money goes to kids. It's a true fact. Well, maybe not true. Still. If you want to have yearly cruise vacations to Alaska, like really luxury, at least I wouldn't get kids. I mean, like, who knows what will happen. And I want financial stability anyway. Anyway, we're going back to the book. Do you think that the song, the Arulo. Okay. I'm just gonna have to be like Arulo, okay? I'm really bad at this. I'm bad at Spanish. If I actually knew Spanish, I mean, I'm supposed to learn Spanish. I'm supposed to know Spanish, but of course I don't because I am not a very good Spanish guy. But still, I have a question. How do you think that this song help Zeta for really get sort of like a piece of her personality back, a piece of Earth back? Well, they comforted her. And how do you think it helped Zeta for it anyway? Well, yeah, like I said, it comforted her. It made her calm down. And she also learned a new Spanish word, which is pretty cool. Also, Spanish is something from the Earth. So that's another good thing, right? She's learning. And she's starting to, let's just say, get some of her personality back. At least she's disliking stuff. I mean, at least she's liking stuff. And that's really amazing because the collective, they designed everybody to be, the Zetas to be like this. I will serve you, master. And the Zetas are probably like, oh yes, I see those aliens. We will sacrifice ourselves, master. And then they'll probably get onto something and they'll be like, ah! The Zetas, now that they sort of, well, by the end, do you think the Zetas have sort of formed a team? Or at least a friendship? Sort of like a family ship? Or do you think that's impossible? Well, I think that it is, considering that they all like something and they all seem to like each other, right? Zeta 4 even has a name, right? Feathers. There's Rubio. There's Petra. They make a pretty good team, in my opinion. An awesome team. And then there's the Cuento. Where's the Cuento? Like, what does it remind you of? Cuentista. Cuen. I'm pretty sure if I knew Spanish better, oh man, I really need to learn Spanish better, but I'm terrible. I would be like, oh yes, the Cuento is blah blah blah. Of course, the rule is blah blah blah. But of course, I can't do that, so I'll just be a very sad mispronouncing Spanish guy. I know, it's tragic. And then there was a story of Blank 4. What did it remind you of? Like, what did the story even remind you of? It reminded me of that stories, they can change. They're flowing through the earth. They're universal and they're fun. I mean, if you listen to that, it is fun. And well, at the meantime, Petra sort of changed it. Also, Petra was just smart in making her decisions, and I think that is really amazing, considering that like the stories aren't just gonna be like the Zeta ones. They're more like the Zetas. They're more of like humans. They're more of like alive beings, switching. Like I don't know, like octopuses. They're sometimes unpredictable, but mostly it's just because we bother them. You know, we're pretty bad humans. I mean, like we're already causing the world to get polluted. There's gonna be soon an ecological crisis with climate change, and then after that, I mean, like this is gonna be a huge problem. And then of course, we're all going to die because of robots. That, my friends, is the result of too many sci-fi movies. Oh yeah, also, we might die because of aliens. Or because of like a Sith Lord. Or like some guy like Thanos. Or, I don't know, Thanos really fits the description. If anybody tried to ruin Earth, it would be definitely Thanos. Now, I have a question. Do you think that feathers, what do you think about that name? Do you think that, I mean, like, if your name was Feathers, would you like it? No. But what would you like your nickname to be? And also, I have another question. How do you think that the stories are changing the whole group? I've already asked you this once, but I want to ask you again. And also, do you think that if Petra says enough of these stories, maybe, just maybe, do you think they will free everybody? Do you think that finally everybody will be free and they could do whatever they wanted? Do you think that finally there could be a revolt? We're gonna have to find out next time. I hope that you had a great, awesome time. You know, with the chapters 15 to 16 in the last Cuentista. It was great just being with you. What was your favorite part in these chapters? What was your favorite part in the whole book so far? What was your favorite character? What was your least favorite character? And predictions, right? Do you think that there's gonna be a revolt? Do you think that everything is gonna go with plan? Do you think that Petra's even gonna survive? I mean, how do you think Petra's gonna deal with the emotional wave that just crashed into her? How do you think that the Chancellor, do you think she's ever gonna lose power? Or do you think she's forever going to lose power? Do you think that Petra's gonna escape? And finally, how do you think the new planet is gonna be like? And now for my favorite question of the day. How did you like the book so far? Just because I really get the picture of how much you like the book. And if you like it, it's just really awesome. If you like it, then also like the video. Just kidding. I mean, you don't have to do that. But it just means every time you like the video, it means that somebody else likes the book. I mean, you can just think about it like that, okay? It doesn't need to be like about the quality of this video, but just like, you know, this book was awesome. So I can see by the amount of likes how many people liked it. How many people liked the book. Another book that I have been thinking about, this might not even come out as a book club, but I really want to just recommend is a series of unfortunate events by Lemony Snicket. It's really fun. I mean, yeah, I mean, like, it's pretty an easy novel. It's gonna be pretty fun. It's very popular. And this is actually my best friend's favorite book of all time. So, yes, this is very famous. So if you want to check out the series of unfortunate events, this is the first book. Then feel free to check this amazing book out anywhere. I mean, at your public library, because this is gonna be really popular. And you're gonna love it a lot. Well, I'm gonna see you next time, folks, for some more of the last Cuentista, other books, and just for fun. Now this guy is complaining that I haven't turned his page. Okay. Well, yeah. Hope that you had a great time, and we're gonna have to see each other next time.